Welcome to Real Hi-Fi Help. In this video I am going to be talking about the same cable thread sound evolution. This is in regards to using power chords. I just wanted to share something with you, something I have experimented with for quite a couple of years. And here we have a power cable. That's the sugar cable, that's the apparatus cable, very basic $1, $2, $3 cable. Just to show you, that's a power cable. And let's just say we're dealing with something like this. Let's just call this plus. And then inside of that plus, we have this wire here. And what I'm talking about is these threads here. Okay, we're just going to talk about an individual thread that you can find on this cable here. And I would guess there are probably around 100, 120, 150 threads in this cable. So that's what this video is about. I've written some things down here, and let me just go a bit out. So we've got the thickness of the metal thread. And in this example, we're just going to call it the exact same metal thread. So this metal thread is the, summer cable elephant thread. So if we had it in 0.1 millimeter thickness in a power cable, we would usually get these characteristics here. A more fine and extended sound, but more open to noise, and these are usually not used because they don't have this 50 to 60 hertz filtering around my country. At least it's different from country to country what hertz that they filter, but that is one of the main reasons why they don't do it. It is not entirely safe, and it's open to noise. And you just usually don't use these very, very fine threads in this area here, 0.1 millimeter. Now we're going to make a jump from 0.1 millimeter over to 0.5. Usually, the more that you go up, the thicker the threads get. Makes a lot of sense. But usually around this area here, 0.5 to 1 millimeter, we would be having a construction that usually goes from thread to single core, as I've written here. And this does actually change the sound a bit. I can't tell you exactly how it changes the sound, but it has a different flow. That's definitely for sure. I am not a big fan of single core, copper, silver, whatever it's called. It can be done, and it can, so it sounds natural. I usually think that it on most constructions, single core has a tendency to be a bit flat in sound and focus on the macro dynamics. But yeah, you can, if you're a very skilled manufacturer, not just make it more powerful with a single core thread, you can also get the rest of the music with it if you've got some good skills. But I'm just saying around this area, that's usually when you get this thread to single core transformation here, where you start getting over to that. So let me just go a bit down here, and I've written here, so we're into 2 millimeter now, and I've written here some very wise words that I think that the audio world needs to know, because I think that a lot of people, including the companies that make these cables, don't really seem to get this. Okay, and I've been testing this theory for many, many years, but I found out that the thicker the thread gets, the more simple and 2D the sound gets, being more evolved around macro dynamics instead of micro dynamics, giving you more data instead of music, and having much more focus around bass, pressure, control, grip, separation, power, and just generally making the sound more flat and into this sort of separate linear type of box effect type of sound, Some people like that, other people don't. I just feel that this is just really basic stuff that I many times find manufacturers, when they make cables, they fall in this trap. They just make generally a lot of cables that have threads that are a bit too thick, that have a bit too much pressure, that have a bit too much tech going on inside, so the cable can't naturally radiate and do its thing. And yeah, it sounds good on paper. It does do some aspects of the sound that's a lot better, but this is, I think this is essential information that the industry needs to know that, yes, usually the thicker the thread is, the more you're filtering out the noise. But you also have to think, is that at the expense of the music? And I think that with many cables, yes, it is at the expense of the music. I can't tell you how many cables, power cables, that I've listened to that are so dead in sound. Yeah, they're killing off the noise. You're not getting the 50 to 60 hertz noise or whatever country that you live in. But it's just dead. It's missing that finesse, that way of connecting the dots and integrating. And I just wanted to share that in this video, that typically with power chords there are some obstacles. And I find that generally a lot of manufacturers, when they put cables on the plus and minus here, plus and minus, I find that, generally we're getting into, threads that are a bit too thick, individual threads. And this cable overall also, I would say, generally has a tendency of not just having individual threads that are too thick, but that there are too many threads on the cable, that we're into this sort of 150, 200, 300 territory, where this is just too thick, too beefed up. And I think that generally that also gives the industry quite a bit of problem making the users take, full use of the gear that they own, whatever gear that you own. I find that generally it makes sound more tame, more controlled, more about the power aspect of the sound, the grip, the control, putting everything in their own box. You just don't quite get that loving human nature that at least I am, and many other audiophiles that I know are seeking, So yeah, that was basically just about thread, the evolution of metal threads that we use in our cables. Of course, there are a lot of more aspects to be mentioned. I just thought that, no one's really been talking about this, and to me it's just so obvious, that this is information that we all need in order to not just make our own cables, but to identify, why is this other manufacturer over here who has a similar thread, why does it sound just so much better than this other manufacturer? And it's simply because, all manufacturers have different amounts of threads, different thickness of threads. And I find that it's generally a trap that a lot of manufacturers fall into, that they just put, a gigantic amount of thread on, especially the plus and I'm not here to tell the world, what to do, because I don't know exactly what the winning formula is. There are a lot of different cable sounds out there. But what I do know from having tested a lot of cables is that they're generally too thick, and there's generally too much cable, and the cables are generally too stiff, so that the outside covering is too hard plastic. But again, I have to defend the cable manufacturers and say that one of the reasons why they do that is because the only way that they can get the cables certified and complying to these certain standards that is required from these third parties, they have to then do this, in order for everything to be covered by the insurance and everybody to be happy. So I'm just saying it's a thing that's seriously, impeding the progress of most people's systems in the world, that our cables have to be so legal that they're actually killing the sound. So I think that with power cables, there is still a lot of improvement that can be done on the market. A lot of companies are doing a lot of different things in a lot of different ways. There's just so many different cable sounds. It's difficult to find which one is the right one for you. So I'm just saying, try a lot of different cable sounds, different geometries, different thicknesses of threads, different materials, different insulation, all these kinds of things that are different. Just go and try different things. And I actually would suggest for most people, even though they are beginners in the hi-fi world, I would suggest that you get started on making at least 3 to 5 power cables that are just all very different. And you just go testing them with different plugs, different price levels, different cables at different price levels. And you just, do what's responsible, consult with a professional, and just like get a flavor of what is out there. What can you do? What can't you do? Where is it that your limitations go? So you have to perhaps buy something from the store that you think is better. But I have to tell you guys, I've had a lot of power cables, and not just the ones from the store, also the ones that you can't buy in the store from a lot of individual friends that have made me power cables. And I have to say that you get a distinct feel for every time a friend makes you a power cable, how how they like to hear music, and you get a sort of still frame picture of their personality, what type of dynamics, what type of musicality, what type of detail, what type of flow that they're into. So yeah, I find it fascinating. To me, it makes hi-fi more special. I'm really a power cable type of guy who just likes to have a lot of different ones that he messes around with on the system, just to get different priority, a different flavor, different detail, different musicality. So yeah, I'm just saying, try everything, experiment, get curious. To sometimes you can buy, like, this is just a random cable that I've picked, but I'm guessing with this summer cable, you could probably get it in different thicknesses, different cables, different amounts of threads. And yeah, when you go from this summer cable here to the summer cable elephant to summer cable quadra blue, suddenly, there's a lot more threads, it's a lot more fine, and, the outside thickness gets harder. And even though it's basically the same thread, it sounds quite different, It does sound quite different. And because it has a harder plastic, the Quadra Blue, then yeah, well, then I don't need all of this black tape outside. It doesn't need that to control the bass and the pressure. I just find that interesting. I just find that interesting with basically the same type of thread, that it can have such a different sound priority. And yeah, I just want to share that with you guys. This doesn't just apply to power chords. This also applies to other types of threads. And I would say that generally in regards to thickness, we probably have tone arm cable, I would guess, which is the thinnest thread. And then we probably would go over to interconnect, which is quite a bit thicker. And then probably speaker cables, and then power cables in the end. I would guess that power cables are the probably the thickest thread that you can get. And when you're into these sizes here, we're basically talking about solid core. And I find this topic very interesting, because comparing a 0.1 millimeter thread to, let's just say, a 4 millimeter single core copper cable that you have in the wall, there's a huge difference. Have you ever tried using a power cable that has this in it on your amplifier, and then going with something that's more around here? It's a huge difference in priority. And I think that when you do this experiment, what you'll realize is that the industry generally wants things to be so safe, so certified, that we're in this area here instead of this area here. And what that does is that it sells equipment. It makes things powerful and dynamic and impressive, but it doesn't quite relax and make things musical, intimate, so you can really feel that you're talking to a friend, not just a stranger. You just get a different vibe, and different strokes for different folks. I'm just here to bring awareness around this subject, so that you guys can just kind of experiment and do what you think is right. And you can always read about these things on manufacturers' pages, what thickness of thread they use sometimes, what outside plastic they use on these power cables. Some use PVC, other use some other better material. It's all not an exact science, and there's a reason for why so many cables sound so different, and especially on different systems. So I'm just kind of opening Pandora's box here, and bring a bit of awareness around the subject. I feel that we need a bit more awareness around this subject. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, a bit different than what I normally would make. And like and subscribe if you can.